I'm sorry, I'm posting memes, but we're here, and you know what? I'm letting it ride because this is the first time of the year that we go on a win streak. So why not? Okay, I'll give you that much. I'll give you that little bit. I'll give you that little taste, that little swivel, that little, just a little bit. Okay, and that is all you're gonna get. Just cut it. Cut it. Done. 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 Cutting it. Jimmy, I need you to go now because we can't have you humping all the time. Okay, Jimmy? Okay, Jimmy? Please? As much as we love you, Jimmy, we can't have you humping because the children, Jimmy. Think of the children, Jimmy. Hey, Cultura. Hey, Cultura. Hey, Cultura. Heat. Cultura. He Cultura? He Cultura? He Cultura? He Cultura. He Cultura. He... He Cultura. He Cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio M-O-G-U-R-A. Hit me up at the PayPal, hit me up at the Cashapp, buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon, Chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s, my misadventures growing up as a raver in Miami. Buy my second novel, Hell and Heels, out October 31st. A story of a man saving another man from a biker gang of crazed women with guns and huge tits and drag queens with hairy asses and shotguns. Check out my comic shop, octotaco.com. I'm updating it right now. I pulled out 2 boxes. We're going to get there. Check out my TeePublic shop with my latest t-shirt designs, including the He Cultura, official He Cultura t-shirt. And then check out my Spotify playlist and my YouTube playlist with my discography dating back till 1999 up until last year with my latest release, The Reflection Binds You from Seeing the Truth. Okay. We're done. And before we get into it, I'm just going to pour the rest of this coffee out, which I really shouldn't drink, but I don't care anymore. I had kind of a bad, freak out because I realized, oh, crap, I'm going to be, $300 short on rent this for the first time. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm just trying to figure things out. So, honestly, if you come across this and you can support by any way, PayPal, Cash App, that'd be great. Because, or buy my book. I would love for you to buy my book. That would be great also as well. That would really help a lot if you just buy my books. Other than that, otherwise, any kind of donation would be great. So I can sustain this and keep this going for as long as we can. There is... Again, not really. I can go either way with this, and hold on. Let me get a little. I had a little stand thing, but I got rid of it like an idiot. So I'm just gonna have to put it up. But there's a lot of ways we can go with this today. We can be angry about this. We actually can, and we can be happy about this. I think most people are gonna be happy just for the fact that we gotta win. And you want to be happy. You want to be like, oh, we gotta win, and getting a win is the most important thing. Sure. I can see that. I can totally understand where you're coming from. I hear you loud and clear. I just want to remind you that this one in particular, this is this team's 6th season together. And I want to hold them to a higher standard. I want them to be the team that everybody's talking about. I want them to be the team that everybody fears, and I want them to be the team that nobody can beat. I want that. So I'm excuse me if I'm like, I don't really give two shits about a fucking win against the Detroit Pistons. That was to be honest with you, kind of barely a win. Because at some point in the third quarter, you're like, are we going to lose this game? You actually said that this game. You asked yourself, are we going to lose this game? It was tied 79-79. And what are we to think, man? How can I fucking be like, yeah, it's all good. Don't worry. Everything's fine. When that happens. And that's not supposed to happen, bro. I understand it's early in the year. I understand that blah, 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 whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on. You guys know there's a lot going on. You guys know there's a world out there that's on fire. The climate change, the real heat, the real anger that's out there that we have to face every day because people are like ridiculous and just filled with hatred. Like, you know, we have more to worry about. I can't worry about the Heat barely getting by the fucking Detroit Pistons. Like, this is light work for them. This is light work. This is light work for you. This should not be like, you know, really difficult. This is light work. Okay, I don't want to hear, oh my God, this was, you know, it's the NBA and everybody's good and everybody's that and everybody's this. No, my friend. No, sorry, I'm trying to get the volume perfect here, but I think it's a little too loud. But no, I'm not having that, bro. I'm not gonna let you guys have that. Okay, this was a loss in my eyes. In my eyes, this was a loss. They should have beaten these motherfuckers by 30. What do you think? What do you think the Boston Celtics are gonna beat Detroit by? They're gonna beat by 10. And when at 10, that, like, you know, it was a little sketchy. It was a little sketchy because nobody could apparently make a shot at the end. It was like so annoying. This should have been like just an absolute waxing. This should have been an absolute just takedown. This game should have been over in the second quarter. You know it's true. You know it's true. Just give me your hand. Here, take my hand. And come with me if you want a real Heat season. Because you know it's true. That this game should have been an afterthought. Like, you're not even watching this game because you've got the World Series going on, so you're watching the World Series. You got Monday Night Football going on, so you're watching Monday Night Football. And, you know, what do you want me to do? Have to come in and notice that the Heat game is like, these guys are tied and like going into the fourth quarter and shit, and it's like, excuse me, I have things to do. I have other programs to watch. I can't waste, you know, my attention on this really crappy fucking game, dude. It's a crappy fucking game, man. You're not as bad as fucking Yankees have been here right now, because they're fucking dealing with some shit right now, dude. I don't know. Top of the seventh, pobrecitos. Every time I tune in to the game and I look over to the World Series, the Dodgers are batting. Freddie Freeman up. About to crush it. Watch. Oh, I think, did it hit him? Or no? I thought it. He hit something. He did something. He said he did something. Ooh, he hurt his. Oh, he killed himself. Something happened. Oh, God. The ball hit him right off of his bad ankle. Oh, God. That must have hurt. I'm sorry. But that must have hurt. Eso va a tener un chichón grandísimo para ti. Oof. That must have hurt, bro. That must have hurt a lot, dude. Oof. I'm sorry. Anyways. See? It's where my attention wants to go. I don't want to go look at I mean, I love the Heat, and I'm going to ride or die the whole season, but I don't really want to pay attention too much to them losing, you know, possibly losing to the Detroit Pistons. So, what are we doing? But I'm happy we won. Thank God. Because if we would have lost, Jesus, Mother of God, if we would have lost this game. That's what I'm talking about. That's why it's like, oh, God, it's so taxing to think about the idea of, like, if we would have lost this game, someone would have had to pay. You know? Someone would have had to pay. Someone would have had to pay. I'm looking down to see the box score now. I'm trying to get to there. 24, 124. I think we went the over. I think we got the over. I think that sucks. Yeah, we did get the over. No, we didn't. We got the other. Nice. Told you. I'm telling you, man. These guys don't. Sorry, I did the math wrong there. I don't know why. And he gets the first base. What a dick. Anyways, so I'm sorry. I apologize for the gaps, but I'm telling you, my attention today is a crazy day. A crazy day of sports, man. And I even want to get back into the Monday night game. It's probably almost over too, but whatever. There's just too much going on to have to worry about a shitty fucking Pistons game. No offense. But there was a lot to kind of grumble at. You know where I'm gonna go there first right away because we go look at our little parlay that we did, our little 6-play parlay that we had. I don't have it up for me, but I'll put it up. You'll see it in within the clip and stuff like that. But we had our little parlay, and our little parlay totally got shot down thanks to our parlay went down in flames, unfortunately. Our 16 parlay was Bam Adebayo 20 points, Jimmy Butler 2 steals, Tyler Hero 20 points, Tyler Hero 6 total rebounds, and Miami to win with the under of 219.5. So we had Tyler Hero. What was the score? Jesus, there we go. My God, the way they put this over here is ridiculous. They make it so ugly. No, I don't want to go there. I don't even want to look at it anymore. It bothered me so much. There we go. It's perfect. Here we go. Butler, 23 points. God. Oh, it didn't show it through there. That's why. Jimmy Butler 4 steals. Got it. I had a feeling Jimmy was going to have a lot of steals in this game. I went and looked back at his previous games. In his previous games, he would always have a bunch of. He had at least 3 steals. So that's why I took that, and I was like, okay, that's a sure bet. Jimmy Butler, 2 steals for sure. Got it. It was 2, right? Or was it 3? 2 steals. 2 plus steals. We got that. We had Bam Adebayo 12 points. We lost that there. I should have gone with the rebounds, 10 rebounds, but there was a minus, and I don't like taking minus. I like getting pluses. So 20 plus points seemed pretty good because you looked at his previous games and Adebayo had a lot of nice scores against the Pistons before. So I kind of figured he was gonna have a big game today. I'm really surprised. I'm more surprised. I thought Jimmy Butler was gonna have an off night. I didn't think Jimmy Butler was going to score 20 plus. I thought Jimmy would score 14 or something like that. But he would do a bunch of stuff defensively and he would be all over the place. He'd have a lot of assists. And Jimmy had 7 assists. Tyler was -7, but had 19 points, so we didn't hit it. We didn't hit him either. He missed out on that. I figured Tyler was going to have a big game today. And the rebounds, he only had 4. And usually when Tyler has a big game, man, he's got a bunch of rebounds. Tyler is a sneaky rebounder, which is why I kind of went that route. But we missed out on that. So we're going to cry everywhere for a little bit. And, get into fetal position and get into a corner and turn off all the lights. And tell ourselves that this is what we got. So next time we're gonna try and and hit something maybe less 16 parlay, maybe something like a 4-teamer. Or the 5-teamers are really good because 5-teamers usually can get, but because we were close in the 5-teamer before. Um, was that it? Oh, that is it. Okay, yeah, sorry. So yeah, so we'll see about that. We'll see if we can do something. Maybe we'll do a 3 or maybe 2 3 years. That might be better. So we'll do that. But yeah, I mean, this team should have just totally blown the fucking doors with Detroit, and not really like blown them out like 140 points or something like that. I can't believe they let them score and control that third quarter like that. That was just, and you can't do that against a good team. Against the Knicks, we're gonna lose. We'll lose it. We'll lose the Knicks game if they pull that shit. If Miami fades like that in the fourth, it just kind of leaves the door open a little bit. Like the Knicks will come and take it. That's what we're supposed to do to the Knicks. We're supposed to, when we see the Knicks on Wednesday, we're supposed to be like, get them to open the door for us, and then we just walk right through. But the way that we're playing, I'm not really digging it. I'm not really digging the way we're playing. I mean, like, my God, you saw it, man. I know you saw it. Tell me you saw it, please. Because Duncan Robinson had 6 points, and I don't remember him scoring a three-pointer. He attempted 2, and he made 2 at some point, and I do not recall that. Fuck the Viber. I don't remember that shit at all. Kevin Love is on this team. I think he was dealing with something in the game 1. I think he had like a family issue or something. I think something happened to him. I completely forgot about that. Again, Terry Rozier comes through with 20 points. And I don't know, man. I know I'm supposed to like really like Teddy Rozier, and he's doing good, and give him his praise, and I will. He is doing good. And I mean, he's been clutch for the team. When the team needs a shot for the last 2 games, he showed up at that fourth. So I gotta give him props to that. I don't know, man. There's something about him that scares me. There's something about him that I fear him wanting to take the spotlight and get a big shot and then kind of fucking it up or something, dude. I don't know. I gotta hold the mic because I can't get the levels right for some reason. When I go to put the mic on, it's too loud or it's too soft. I don't know. So I apologize if it sounds crazy. Look, man, we gotta keep this up, man. We can't lose to the Knicks, man. We gotta not only protect home court, but this team has to elevate. This team has to evolve. This team has to get better. This team cannot be like so complacent, and so placid, man. This team is just no. Today was the first time that I saw Bam. I felt like Bam was like really into it, and Fam was like rah, And I'm surprised by that. I figured we'd see that already, but no. Tonight was the first time you saw Bam be very assertive, and even then, that's kind of why I was shocked that he only had 12 points. Yeah, 10 rebounds and sure, but he was -3. I think we gotta get Bam going on this team. This guy is a gold medal winner, multiple times. We gotta get Bam going. Okay, we gotta get him going. Thank God Jimmy. I guess he's Jimmy wants to get paid, man, and he knows he fucked up the last game. And he knows he fucked up that first game. So I mean, not the last game, the first game. Excuse me. And he's still atoning for that shit because that shit should have never happened. And you know what? Now we're gonna go into New York. New York is coming home here, so I expect Jimmy to have 30. Jimmy wants to get paid. Jimmy wants to get paid with a humongous fucking contract. He's got to put up 30 against the Knicks when they come here. That's my standard. Okay, cool. You want to get paid? Put up 30. Put up 30 with a win. I don't want 30 and like fucking no win. I want 30 and a win. You do that and Entonces hablamos. We'll talk. That's for sure. Like if they beat the Knicks, for sure you put that on the resume. Okay, cool. And now we move on. And now you go. Now you show me you can do it on the road. You can shoot again. You can do it against the West, which is really what matters, bro. Because right now, if this team can't beat teams, the best teams from the West, I mean, there's no fucking point to any of this. Because we won't beat the West to win a championship, and we definitely won't beat the Celtics. Because you got to be able to beat those teams on the West to beat the Celtics. We have to, man. I mean, we gotta. So I need this team to just keep it going and just keep getting better. You know, because there's so much that we can do. Jaime Jaquez continues to be the only guy on this team that is just pure fire. Pure fire. You know? And it's just crazy because Robinson's plus 15 when he's out there. But he goes out there and it's so annoying. Like, he can never get anything up. And it's so fucking frustrating, man. But he's plus 15. So you put him out there with Jaime Jaquez. And Jaime Jaquez is plus 15 too. You know, pretty much it was just Jimmy. It was Jaime Jaquez. It was Robinson. Allen Burke did. But Allen Burke went out there and he was plus, but he didn't have any shots. Thomas Bryant had a good night. Big ups to Thomas because he had a really good night. He did. He showed up there and he played. You know, it's not that he scored a bunch of points or anything like that, but he showed up there and he made his presence felt. You know, I hate it when he goes out there and it's like, why are we doing this to ourselves? But Jaquez had a big night tonight. Tonight was a big night for Jaquez of him, like, you know, showing up again. Jaime Jaquez has arrived in his second fucking season. Okay? Hero is obviously looking for his shit. Hero's looking for it, man. Hero should be the guy this season, man. He should be the one putting up. He should be averaging like fucking 30, dude. But the shots are just not going in now. Like they're off at the beginning of the season. So I don't know. You just gotta keep shooting, and that's what he does. And you know he'll come through, man. This team has guys that are great players that are all tested. They're all tested. Everybody on this team has been to a finals. Just about everybody on this team has been to a finals, has been to a championship game, has definitely been to the playoffs. So this is not a roster that's like of unknowns. This is not a roster of like, oh, the Miami Heat don't have anybody. No, we have the same guys that we had last year that you had a problem with. But at the same time, this team didn't beat anybody of significance, and we still have not. And I know I just spent all that time saying that if we beat the Knicks, that's something you put up on the resume. And yes, it is, and I'm gonna give it to you because I'm a nice guy. But if you put a gun to my head and you tell me, say the truth, I'm gonna look at you and say, that's just light work if we beat the Knicks. I don't see the Knicks as any kind of threat right now, dude. Right now, I don't see him as a threat. I didn't see him as a threat last year. And I don't just mean to us. I mean the rest of the league. I mean, like, against Boston? Come on. New York. I know how it is. Queens, represent. Okay? So just, please, calm down. You'll get there. But when you get there, get there. You haven't gotten there. And I don't feel it this year. Maybe I'll feel it after if you guys beat us. Maybe I'll feel it after you beat us and then you go and you win a division or something. I don't know, man. But right now, I just don't. I'm not going in there like I'm sitting down for that game. I'm like, okay, let's go. Cool. Is this over soon? Because I'm expecting we go in there in the same way we treat Detroit, the same way that we treated Charlotte. We the same way. And I know they're thinking the same thing about us. And I completely understand. But we got to go in there. We just got to, get it out of the way. Because it's not it's not really the important games, you know. It is for like our East Coast standing also, but really for me, I gotta see them. I gotta see them beat a really good fucking team, bro. I gotta see them beat like Oklahoma City Thunder. I gotta see them beat Denver in Denver. I gotta see them beat like the Timberwolves in Minnesota. I've gotta see them beat like somebody good. I gotta see them beat the Celtics, man, in the regular season in Boston. I gotta see them beat Milwaukee this year in Milwaukee and at home. I gotta see that shit, man. I gotta see that this team, that this team is not just like a 4-1 team. Like, oh, we'll win one game out of the series. No, we're not. We weren't like that before. We were the team that, what happened to the team that ripped the living shit out of everybody in the postseason, man? Like, that was absent last year. You said we were gonna do that. That's what we were led to believe, that, oh, they were just gonna turn on the switch. Well, they proved to us that there really isn't actually a switch. That it was, I don't want to tell you it was luck, man. It was something. It was something, man, because what they did that year to get to the finals had never been done before. It was like unheard of. So I'm wondering, hey, what's up with that? Again, and I'm sorry, I'm not the positive, chummy guy. Hey, we're gonna come in, and I'm happy they did a great job. Sure, I'm sure you can get that in plenty of other places, right? But I want to hold this team to a higher fucking standard, because we've been on this shit. We've been documenting these motherfuckers 4 years in a row. This is year 4, season 4, and I've just been waiting. I've been like, man, it was great to start this show, and then they went on a run, and then they've had all these years of just But now this is a different year, man, because every other year you could excuse it. Every other year you could give it to them and be like, well, it's still early in Jimmy Butler's season. It's still early in Tyler Hero's career. It's still early in this guy. Oh, well, they lost this guy and they got this guy. Oh, well, they lost these guys and they got these guys. But now we really haven't lost. We didn't lose anybody. We lost Martin for sure. And damn, I wish we still had Martin. But nothing's really changed. Alec Burke is good. Hayward Highsmith is doing fine. The guys that we have right now, we have a pretty solid team of guys that can go out there and can shoot and can defend against anybody in this league. Like, you could feel that way about this Heat team. For sure. For sure. Like, if these guys turn it on like they can, because they're not old. None of these guys are old. Jimmy Butler's not old. He's not. I mean, LeBron James completely wiped away any idea of what an old guy is. Like, don't even give me that. Okay? Don't even give me that. Don't even give me that. Jimmy Butler is not old. Jovic is young. Bam still is like in the middle. He is in the middle of his career. Bam right now is a veteran, dude. Bam right now is a Miami Heat team. Like, he is going down in history, in Miami Heat history. He is. Tyler Hero, he's a vet. He is a Miami Heat player. These guys are not like early career guys. These guys are not, fading. These guys are in the thick of it. This is the year where these two guys, Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, should be playing the best they've ever played. Hero is healthy finally. Bam is coming off an incredible performance in the Olympics. They've got players around them. Jimmy Butler's coming back off his knee injury, so he should be wanting to get into that playoffs and not have to fucking do a goddamn stupid fucking playing game. So he should be wanting to actively put people away. And I know it's hard. I know these guys are all professionals. It's the NBA. I get it. I totally understand. I totally understand. But you've already had like fucking 5 seasons of that shit. You've had 5 seasons to, hey, go a little at a time. Oh, un poquito, poquito. Oh, we're gonna get. You've already had that. Now it's time to work. Now it's time. Hey, we're supposed to be one of the best teams in the league. And my only thing is I haven't really been watching everybody else. It's just the only thing that I feel about, and I know people move around and shit. I get that. But I really feel like for the most part there weren't any big moves in the off season. There wasn't anything that really happened of significance that's like, oh well, now this team got this player and they're completely different. No. Everybody's the same. Everybody's rosters for the most part kind of stayed the same. Some people lost people, and of course, every team's going to, but for the most part, the cores of every team are the same. The stars are still where they are at. Nobody's moved. Nobody's gone. If anything, Orlando is starting to prove to be, might be a problem. They just beat Indiana. So now we're going to have to really kind of like keep an eye on Orlando to make sure that team, gets put back in its place. That's my only wonder is how are the bad teams from last year? Are they good this year? That's really all you gotta kind of, because everybody else should be about the same. And let me tell you, the Knicks are gonna be tough because Knicks just lost to Cleveland, so they're gonna come in looking for a win. But I'm sorry, man. And then Boston, puts away Milwaukee, so it's the same, more of the same. It's more of the same. Miami Heat being a team they're supposed to beat. Cleveland Knicks just, going at it and the Knicks usually failing. Milwaukee try almost taking Boston to the top, but you know what? They lose too. It's Boston all over again, man. Gotta see if this. We gotta change this team. We gotta make sure that we go in against the Knicks and we kind of show another level. That's what I want to see. I want to see this team on another level. Like when you watch the Kansas City Chiefs and they're like in the groove, like that team is so good that Patrick Mahomes hasn't scored many touchdowns. He hasn't scored like a pass in like 3 games or something like that. Something weird. Like he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass, and it's like they've won, like they're 6-0, 7-0 or something. And it's like, man, come on. Like we have constructed a roster that may not have like LeBron James, but you don't need. There is no one superstar I feel that is like, okay, no one's gonna beat that guy. Who is that person? LeBron? No, man. LeBron can lose, man. But the Lakers are tough because now these guys are both healthy and they're all coming off of, they're all healthy. Everybody's like, in good shape. So it shouldn't be a problem for most people. But the only people I really am like as super dominant for sure, I guess, is still Denver. Like you still feel Denver is dominant. But if they don't have this other guy, I forget his name. His name escapes me. That always gets hurt. I mean, if they don't have him, then that team is completely different. So I can't just pure be like, oh yeah, they're totally dominant. Boston is the one that's really proved to be the most dominant team and the team that everybody's just gotta beat and everybody's just gotta like try and take out, man. Because if Boston is ultimately there at the end, where no one's gonna beat them, I think. Like who's gonna beat? No one's gonna beat them. So it's up to everybody to collectively go at Boston and try and break them so that they're broken and they're not even considered and in that way everybody else has a shot. I I know it's I feel like I'm being impatient, and I know I shouldn't be impatient with this team. I should be a little bit more give. I know I should give them more space and more leeway to grow. I know, but I just again, man, we go back 5 fucking seasons of this shit already, dude. I want to see some. I want to see this team dominate. I feel the Spurs used to dominate because they were so cohesive and they were like together. I mean, if the Yankees don't do nothing right now, they're fucked. They gotta do something right now. They gotta do something right now because it's looking bleak. They got three guys. They got you gotta get a home run or something, man. I don't know, man. I don't want to say get on base, bro, because if Soto ain't next, what are you gonna do? This guy's got to do something, bro. We gotta get a run batted in, something, man. Because if you go into the eighth down four, you're done. It's cooked. It's over. So yeah, so there really again is very similar to the Charlotte game in that there's not really much to say about the game because like yeah, you can point to how people did good. I mean, like I said, Jaime was great. Duncan continues to eat crap. And you know, Tyler was a little better, but kind of off, but still a little better. We got to see an assertive Bam, and Butler got his sneaky 20 points. Oh no, yeah, right, yeah. Butler got his sneaky 20. So, but this is light work. This is not. This is how it should be against a team like the Pistons. I know it's an NBA team, and I know Tyler Hero's out there saying, "Oh well, they were really good. This team's gotten really deep," and now they have. You saw they almost kicked their asses today. They've gotten better. But the way you played against the Pistons, if you play like that against the Knicks, you will lose. You will lose to the Knicks if they play the Knicks like they played tonight. You will lose. So please don't do that. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. Because that would really suck. We'll be here Wednesday again. You know, making sure, right? Because sometimes, you know, how things are. Minus playing tricks on you. Yeah, Wednesday 7:30. So I think that game starts at 8. I feel like it starts at 8. Was today 7 o'clock or 7:30? I don't remember. But yeah, man. The Knicks game is going to be a big test. We're going to get to see where this team is at. And I don't even want to say hopefully, man. I'm not gonna give you that shit. I'm not gonna be all like, hopefully they win. Hopefully, blah blah blah. No, 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 no. That's going too far. We need to see these guys dominate. We need to see these guys dominate and dominate good teams, man. I want to see a great performance by everybody, bro. I need to see Duncan start hitting shots, man. We need Tyler Hero 30-point game early in the season right now, dude. We need man, and it just sucks because if you ask for Butler early, bro, like you are asking also for to lose Butler early too, because you know how he is with the injuries, and you know how he is with taking time off and stuff like that. So, but I don't know, man. Last year it turned out there was reasons for it, so you can't really be like, oh, maybe it was because of that. No, you know. So I'm just hoping that the season is a little bit more. Everyone's more in tune, man, and we just need wins. And it's just I'm hungry for them, and I'm impatient, and I'm sorry for that. I apologize. I know I should be a better fan and be like, yeah, we're going. And it's just, dude, 6 years, bro. I've never seen that. I've never seen a team together for 6 years like that. So that's why I'm like, no. I want a championship. I want a title this year with the Miami Heat. I want a title this year with this team. If this team doesn't get a title, if this team doesn't go to the finals, dude, like, it's a problem because everybody's gone. We're gonna reload with everybody because the fuck, man. This team should go to the finals this year, bro. We should be a finals contender. That's not a joke, man. That's like the truth. We should be a finals contender with Butler and all these guys and Bam and Hero. Come on. We were in the finals 2 years ago with this same exact team. Same exact team. This is unacceptable. I want more from this team. I want more from them. Okay? And that's it. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. I'm sorry. I was trying to get it to the hour, but I'm not going to make it because, I'm already done. I'm cooked. Okay? So, hit it back over here Wednesday after the Heat game. 7:30. So, probably around this time again. And, again, man, hold this team to a higher standard, man. This isn't enough. This is like, okay, yeah, great, good win. Now, moving on to the next one. And that's it. And it's like all anybody has to talk. I praise and I give props to all the sportscasters, sports everybody that they get into it with the details and look at this shit, look at this stuff, and look at this move, and look at this play, and blah 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 blah. Like, that's why I watch all that stuff, and that's why I tell you, look, don't come here for that, because that's not. I can't go too in depth with that. What I can do though is I can tell you the experience with this team and how this team, it feels, man. And I know that's crazy. I understand, but that's also sports. And I look back at the experience, and I look back at the history of this team, and I look back how things kind of have worked out for this team. And I try to point out the obvious that sometimes gets missed by the experts, because the experts are really deep into the analytics and deep into the numbers. And sometimes, like, the obvious thing is, like, right there in your face, and you make it more complicated than it really needs to be. It's plain and simple, man. Like, Hero needs to score. He's got to put up more points. Duncan Robinson has to score. He has got to start putting up some fucking real points, man, or it's just not being put out there. And I don't care if you put him out there and you want to tell me, oh, well, he's a decoy. Like, no, I don't want that. I don't want no fucking decoys anymore. I want guys who actually score, man. And again, before I go, hearkening back to last year, this is, and it's good for spooky time. This is the moment, which is a little weird, because I'm not sure if he might do that this year, because we're going in year 6 with this. So why mess with? And it's not like there's been a lot of turnover with the team. Like, you're the 5 guys that you're gonna go with this year. Starting lineup are guys who all were here last year. So that really shouldn't change, So I don't imagine Spo is gonna be doing his, Dr. Spoenstein, or Dr. Spokenstein. And he's experimenting in the lab and shit. And every game there's a different lineup. Like, I don't think he's going to do that this year. He doesn't need to do that anymore. It's pretty much set in stone. Butler's always starting. Bam is always starting. Hero's always starting. Period. If anybody's going to change, he's going to change the other 2 people. And to be honest with you, I'm going to say it again. You have to start Duncan Robinson. You have to start Duncan Robinson. I get starting Jovic and stuff. I get it, but you have to start Duncan Robinson. Like, you should try that out. Since it's early in the season, you should try that out. Start Duncan Robinson alongside Hero. It's a risk. I get it because of the whole defense stuff. But you know what? If you start Duncan Robinson, you got to also ensure that he's going to be getting shots up. Because it only works if he gets his shot up. And it is really annoying to see this man pull it back down because there's a guy like 5 feet away from him. And there's a guy on the other side of the court. There's a fly in the air, and he was like, ah. Like, that's what's frustrating about Duncan Robinson. So that's why you have to have a short leash on him. You put him out there, start him, see if that shakes him up, see if that wakes him up. See if you can get a couple quick threes. And if it doesn't, if he comes out there and he's bricking shit, you sit him, and that's it. You don't have to try him for the rest of the game. Because you can go to somebody else to get the equal amount of defense and the equal amount of offense that you're going to get. You can go to somebody else. Because he is a defensive liability. I mean, everyone takes Duncan to the rack. Nobody fears him. What they fear is him is his shot that he never takes. He's like this weird anomaly, man. And I hate that I rag on him every single time, man. But he's such an obvious, glaring thing. You know, it's blatant. It's right there in your face. And how long? How long and what is it gonna take to get a switch, to get a change there? I don't know. And that's why I go back to like, okay, well, if you're gonna do this and you're gonna play him, well, go ahead, do it, play him. Let's see what happens. You're gonna keep this guy? Let's get the most out of him. Don't put him out there like a fucking decoy in a couple minutes. No. Put him out there, make him work. But they don't do that, man. They don't do that. Like it seems like they don't come down on him to just like, yo, shoot the fucking ball. It doesn't matter. Shoot it. Because when he just shoots it and doesn't think about it, it usually goes in. When he shoots it and he's got time, it doesn't go in. This guy should be like snipering, laser focused this year. Like this season, he should have been coming out and hitting mad shots this year. And he's not. He's still this guy he's like no different from some dude you probably pick up at the YMCA, to be honest with you. It just seems that way. Seems that way, man. Like I need Robinson to really step it up. And I don't know how much longer I can go with just dragging him through the mud, you know? 'Cause it's going to get tiring quick. It already is tiring. Which is why, like, I hope, man, that when they give Alec Burke, like, his minutes, he takes advantage of it and he presses the issue. Because he'll press the issue and then, you know, Spo at this point, I got to imagine that Spo's just, you know what, I'll switch him right away. That's why that's why you got to do with him, bro. And I don't know. We're going to see next game. Next game is going to be a big game because, you know, it's going to be tough on everybody because we're facing a good team. So guys are going to have to work. And we're going to get to see this team. If this team doesn't win against the Knicks, you know, I told you. We already talked about this. If this team doesn't if this team loses before facing Denver, this is not a good team. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a like, oh, fuck this team. That's it. I'm going to go fuck. I don't know. It's not about that. It's about just recognizing where the hell you are at on the power index. That's all it is. And I don't want to be like, oh, yeah, the Heat are really good and really we suck. Or that, you know, oh, the Heat suck big time and we're really good. No. I want a clear definition of who this team is and where we stand. And right now, we're definitely better than the bottom barrel. But if we just beat the bottom barrel, we're just on top of the bottom barrel. We got to get somebody to be underneath us to be above the bottom barrel. So we gotta beat the Knicks, no doubt. Okay, so just, you know, don't freak out. Just freak out.